Yo, what's up, people? Welcome to the Joe McFo Show. We are back again with another stream. Unfortunately, Megan is not here this evening on stream, but I believe she'll be there in the chat. Hopefully, she will be. We're going to get started with some music as usual. The same playlist as always. I got to update that thing really badly. But anyway, let's see who's here. Manette is here. Hello, hello. And Kathy is here. What's up, Kathy? So today we're going to be continuing on with the whole comic trend with shadow.boxers, and I have here a couple of sketches. First off, I was just doing this Jayvn just the other day, trying to get a little bit more loose with my style. I wanted to try something with like thicker line work. As you can see, there's some spot blacks underneath the neck here, and then I got some under the gloves and the shirt. Just trying to see if I can get it that in a way that feels more, I guess, organic and natural than the animated look that I've been doing, because it takes a long time to do that, admittedly. Oh shoot, Megan is here. Hello, Joe McFo fam. What's up, Megan? Thank you for coming on. And then this drawing here is the thumbnail, right? We got Jayvn and Zalam, inspired by an image that Kathy did, actually, and I just thought it would look great in this comic. With that said, though, this is what we got so far. This is the Art of Peer Pressure. This is the comic file where I'm actually working things out. So I've done a couple of sketches already of the pages, but let me just walk you through it. So let's start with this. So this is going to be page one that I'm showing you guys right now. It's going to take a moment. And this page realistically is probably going to take quite a bit of revisions, but it's what we have been working on the last couple of weeks. So, you know, got Jayvn running, he's carrying the lights, jumping out the building, and then woohoo, and it's going to have like his name flashed on the screen. Then over here, you know, I'm just going to open all these in separate tabs. I think that might be a fast way to do it, or it'll make my computer run real slow. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. So then we got page two. As you can see right here, I sketched Jayvn in, and I used a little 3D model. You guys can see it. It's a little moved to the side. And I placed in some loose like the dialogue is there, but it's still like it's not perfect placement or anything like that. So yeah, let me see. I am too. Haven't hit the like button yet though, and done. Oh yeah, hit the like button, everyone, please, and thank you. It will make my day much better. Not that I had a bad day or anything, but just it'll make it better. You know, everyone can have a better day. You can zoom in the preview thing super big. The preview thing super big. We talking about the navigator window? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe I should have had you on stream because now I'm confused. So yeah, we got Jayvn jumping over the pillar. He's putting on the lights. A scene pops in, and we got this scene here. I did some penciling of a scene's expression, everything. Then we got Jayvn. It's going to check the message on his phone. There's supposed to be two panels here, but I didn't draw them yet. This one probably needs the most work. This is a lot of dialogue. There might need to be, I actually did want to change a couple of panels here, not necessarily for dialogue reasons, but just the staging, because a lot of these are medium shots. And so they're kind of, or maybe medium long shots, basically from like the knee up, or like the chest, or not the chest down, like the belly up. And I want to change that up because it feels kind of the same all over. And then this one here is going to be Zalam and everyone on the roof, and Jayvn coming in. So I'm probably just going to stick with very light pencils today. Like this quality right here is probably the most I'll really do, unless I get so inspired, and maybe I'll do another page or something like that. But we shall see. Neftali is on. Hello, Neftali. No, like the preview of the entire comic on the left side over there. Oh yeah, that is an option too. I could have just shown you that. Yeah, could have done that. But too late. Lily Sapphire says, hello everyone. The sketch panels are looking amazing. Oh, I'm so glad you're liking them. I'm really excited about this. This is something I've been trying to hold back on doing too much for this, but it's it's really really fun to work on. I try to keep as much as I can for the stream, but stuff happens sometimes. Naturally says Jayvn looks like he's going to have a huge scolding. He just might. I don't know. He just might. All right, so let's see. What page should we work on? Let's see, page one's probably going to need some more work. Let's start with this one. Sorry. And I've been learning like all these little tricks with panels and stuff like that. But we're going to test this out, and then let's get Jayvn's design up here. Here we go. So we're going to sketch him out and see what we get to. Actually, you know what? I should find a reference of like a skateboarder. Now I think about it. Give me one moment, and we're going to find some reference together. Some reference together. Skate. Probably should be more specific about skater versus skateboarder. There's a very specific angle I'm looking for. This is cool, but not what I'm looking for. This one's not too far off, actually. Yeah, I could probably use that and flip it. Yeah, let's use this as a base. And the picture's so tiny. So the way the panels work, I'm discovering, is kind of like a clipping mask. So anything outside the panel, it just doesn't hold onto. So yeah, we're just gonna have to work with it in that way. And then there we go. Make that a little bit smaller. All right, and then we're gonna keep going. So how was everyone's week? You guys doing all right? Hanging in there? Happy Black History Month to everybody. Let me pull this over. All right, hopefully the mic is still close. All right, cool. Yeah, so part of the reason we're switching things up a little bit, wanted to give Megan a little break because she's been on the last like 3 streams and she deserves to have a night off or 2. But she'll come back. She'll come back at some point soon. We plan the schedule. Also, I don't know if I'm sure some of you guys saw my Instagram story. I posted what would you guys want to see, comic pages or character design. And it's funny because a lot of people who voted don't actually come to the streams, as far as I know, or at least they don't say hi. But what was funny was that the comic pages and character design actually tied. So I got like 10 or 11 people voting for character design, 10 or 11 people voting for a comic page. So I figured, since we haven't done, too many of these, or one where I'm just working on the comic pages by or like the the comic pages like this, that this will probably be fun to try out. All right, let me turn off the ref there. Yes, this is basically what I'm going for here. And let's do this. His arm's going to go back in perspective, so all right. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that nice pretty blue, and I'm just going to do like a gentle sketched version of what that could look like. Actually, let me take that, make it a little bit darker for the sake of visibility, right? Let's see. Manette says, my dog's lab results came back and he has a bad staph infection. Got to get him on antibiotics. Won't know if there's anything more going on until the infection clears up. I'm sorry about that. That's unfortunate, but Glad they were able to at least figure out what was wrong. Hey, this isn't on me. This is because I thought you guys would want to see more finished stuff after all our stick figures. I wasn't an attack, Megan. No, but we did want to, vary things up, and I think it's fun having more than one person on the stream sometimes. And so, yeah, break things up. Also been completely consumed with the February art dare. Oh, I actually don't even think I know what the art dare is for February yet. What's the art dare? All right, so we got that. Probably should be drawing the background too. So the pillar here. Let's draw that in like a dark blue. Realistically, let's see. Probably gonna have the pillar be rather large. I'll have to eliminate that tangent, but I might move Jayvn over just a bit. Something like that. And then the light. See, one thing is I decided to change the panel shape. So if you guys notice in the original version, you could see that it's kind of just this square shape. But as I was looking at comics a little bit more closely, and I noticed that a lot of the action pages tend to be done in diagonal panels. And so I was like, you know what? Why not just mimic that? So we're going to try it. Slide this over. There we go. That looks cool. And then, bam, like that. And then the pillar. Oh, that's not the right color. Not pillar, pillar. That's all. All right, and then we'll get the black lights coming in. Or wait. So it'd be this way actually. Gotta mimic that, and then we got our boy Jayvn over here. Let's see. I just want y'all to know I do anything for you guys, the viewers. Yes, Megan is so dedicated to you guys. I'm sorry to hear that, but I imagine, like Jordan said, it feels better to know what it is. Our dare theme is dessert. I'm making something based on my dog. Oh, that's nice. I've been busy getting stuff framed. Okay. Happy Black History Month to you too, Jordan. I've been doing well, just revisiting some media I grew up with as a kid and teen to see what stories I like to write and draw. I love it. That's the best. That's the always like that. That's always gonna be my number one thing for beginning the creation process of something you actually enjoy is observing the things you already like. Thanks, Megan. Yeah, I'm still worried about it, but I'm glad we started to take steps getting better. As for my week, saw the Scott Pilgrim anime, didn't start strong, but thought it was really good at the end, and started Pluto, anime, Blade Runner, and I, Robot, very interesting and intrigued. I don't know that second one, but I do like Scott Pilgrim, at least the movie with Michael Cera. I thought that was funny. But I don't know what Pluto is. I've never even seen it. One thing I've been wanting to watch is Blue Samurai. I've heard good things about that. But here, you guys can let me know. Is that it for those of you who've actually seen it? Is it worth watching at all, or nah? What are your thoughts if you've seen it? So this would be a good time to actually look at the photo reference, see what's happening with the head over here. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now, one thing I totally forgot about that I'm going to have to change in all the early pages, or at least the first two, is Jayvn is wearing headphones. And I totally forgot to sketch that in. So I'm going to have to do that at some point. That's actually one reason why in scripts you'll find that whenever an object is brought for the first time, it's in all capital letters, especially if it's an important object like a backpack or a gun or something like that. They'll usually have in capitals. And I'm writing this in screenplay format just because it's the one that I know. I looked at some comic formats, and first off, One thing I found out is there's no like standard format for writing a comic script. But apparently some people want to change that because it's just like why. Some studios, oh darn it, some studios like Dark Horse, or I guess companies technically, do have their own formats, but it's not something that's super consistent. So yeah. So anyway, I'm using the screenplay format for writing this. Okay. Head's a little small, it feels like. So yeah, that feels better. Blue Eye is very good. Be prepared for adult themes, though. I'm gonna warn y'all. Oh boy. Oh boy. For the Scott Pilgrim anime, it's actually better if you've seen the movie. It builds a lot on it. I was a big fan of the movie when it came out. I thought it was hilarious. I still remember some of the scenes, like when what was her name? Knives, I think, when she showed up at Scott Pilgrim's house and like Culkin's brother, whatever his name was, I think his name was Kieran, maybe, and he's like, "Oh, you know what? He just stepped out." He like jumps out the window. Love that. Love those kind of moments. All right, so we got Jayvn doing some sick moves. So he actually needs to be making a fist here. I just realized, because he's going to be holding those lights. There we go. So I have to create a brush that just automatically makes those. And then give him some headphones. I don't know what the headphones are going to look like. I got to actually design them. But at least we'll remember them here. You can get a slightly harder brush if that's possible. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Blue Eye Samurai is very well made, but yeah, pretty intense and raw with NSFW scenes. Also, it's very Western how it communicates everything in the narrative. Okay, that is good to know, because I kid you not, I didn't know anything about Blue Eyed Samurai except that was good. So I appreciate that. I will not watch in public, and yeah, we'll do that. This guy has arm like this. I feel like you should kind of like the arm that's in the photo reference. There we go. So the thing about this pose is that it's very challenging to have exact proportions because it's foreshortened, and I'm just taking the best guess I can. So not everything is, there's some parts that might actually not look as strong at proportionally as what I normally do. That's because I kind of have to throw some things out because it's kind of random. So I'm going to try resizing things and just playing with it. Yeah, there's a tangent right here. See if I can get rid of that. But then again, he is going to have a jacket. It might not even matter. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should just leave it there. Foreshortening, one of my many weaknesses. Foreshortening is challenging. That's why you have photo reference. I think the keys to foreshortening really come to, 1, knowing anatomy, 2, overlaps, and 3, just not being afraid to make things seem abnormally large. And like this foot, here is abnormally large compared to why I would normally have it. This leg right here, or the lower leg, let me change the color. This lower leg right here is foreshortened. And you can tell that because the way it's overlapping. So if I were to take these lines and I say this right here, this foot is overlapping this. This edge of the calf muscle is overlapping this part of the leg. This part of the foot is overlapping this part of the leg. So those are like the little secrets that really enhance how these are supposed to look. But even still, it is particularly challenging. So if you don't get it right away, don't worry about it. That's just the nature of the beast. What expression would he have? Would he be like, I guess he'd be looking cool. So let's do a cool pose or expression. I might do one that's similar to the image of him breakdancing, where he's kind of just like got his mouth out like something like this, like that. All right, then I gotta decide which way is he looking. I guess he could just be looking down like this. Yeah, that's fine. And these are not like the final pencils. I'm just like slightly cleaning it up a little bit more just so that for later it saves me time. I mean, you can see how quickly I'm laying this down. But the goal is to be able to have the whole thing kind of drawn out like this very quickly. And then I can make little adjustments. I might find that a panel doesn't look quite right, or that he needs to look in a different direction, or that I need to change the pose altogether. But by spending minimal amount of time on this phase, I guess you could say, it'll be a low risk, high reward kind of situation, which is always good whenever you're especially working on a bigger production like this. And we're talking about a comic that's probably going to be about 20 something pages, or not 20 something, 20-ish pages, maybe hopefully less. The goal is to have less than that because I have 4 other comics to do after this, which I'm currently writing. We actually did have a story meeting was it a week ago or a couple days ago about all 5 of the Cypher stories, or well, the other 4 Cypher stories, and we kind of cleared those out. And right now we're making edits on Atana's story. I think that's the one that needs the most work at the moment. But the other ones, Ishnu, Aletha, Kayla, Aletha, those are all looking pretty good. So I'm pretty excited about all of that. It's gonna be dope. Doesn't quite feel like Jayvn just yet, but it's okay. I'll figure that out in another phase. Looking to the landing makes the most sense since he's trying to finish quickly. Yeah, that's a good point. That is true. I hope for your sake it's not over 20 pages. Hey, you know what? Actually, I think I might have mentioned this in the last stream, but when I was rewriting the script, I kind of put ideas of what I thought the pages would be, and not knowing for sure if they would land properly. And during our live stream, when we were going through things, Megan found a way to actually cut out like 2 pages of the comic already. So yeah, and as we're continuing to pencil in the rest of it, there's going to be hopefully a couple more moments like that where it doesn't turn into a 20-page thing. So yeah, it's all a learning process though. But my thing is I always want to be able to tell a story without diminishing the essential aspects to it. And so that's the part where I need to work on is learning how to Megan used the word distill or truncate where necessary, and she's very good at that. Story meeting, that's so exciting. Yes, Shadowboxers is a go. I mean, we're doing quite a bit here. We're doing quite a bit. So and I'm not actually teaching this semester for reasons I won't explain. I'm not in trouble, by the way. But as I say that, I'm like, oh, that could sound really bad. I'm not in trouble, but I'm not teaching this semester, and that actually gives me a lot of time to build this world out, which I'm really excited about. I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully, hopefully, all that extra time that I've gained will pay rich dividends in the end. That's the goal. That is the goal. Get rid of that. So now we have the sweatpants overlapping this. Now, realistically, this portion right here that I just squared is probably going to be covered up by the light slide that he's on, but better safe than sorry. And one thing I also did, I know I showed you guys this before, at least on Discord. I did a whole, I think this is a 6-point turnaround. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's a 6-point turnaround. These two poses are the exact same. One's just got its hood up and down. But one thing that was challenging with Jayvn is I didn't know what the other side of his pants looked like, so I had to really spend some time just like, hey, what is that? Because most of the time you would only see him from this angle. Part of that's because I'm left-handed, but it's super important, especially for asymmetric characters, that you have something like this. Like a seam, I don't know if I need to do that for a seam because he's symmetrical like 100%, as far as I know, and Jayvn is not because of his pants. So yeah. All right. And then this part is actually challenging to draw, like the wrinkles in his sleeve, because what he does is he rolls the sleeves up. It's a regular sweatshirt, but he just rolls them up to his elbow. And to make that look believable, sometimes can be a little weird. You don't want the wrinkles to look like cheap or lazy. Okay, so let's see. If he's going this way, his necklace would kind of be going back. So maybe I should break this form a bit. There we go. Okay. Save this file before something happens. Never know what can happen. Especially when you're streaming live, because this channel is no stranger to having technical difficulties during streams. I think it was my second live stream. My pen just died on me for no reason at all, and I was like, I gotta go. And the only way I was able to fix it was to like reinstall the software. At one point, though, I thought I had to restart the computer, and I had to do that in classes. I had to do it during streams. If you go back far enough, there are times where there were actual blackouts and just recorded. Y'all just stayed in the room, which I very much appreciate. So yeah. Oh snap! Lily said, "I got the light symbols hoodie and I'm loving it." Excellent. Thank you so much for buying that. Thank you so much for your support. I'm sure Kathy's happy with that because she designed it. I was just thinking that I need to order that one for myself too. I really like that design. I always forget that I have my own merch sometimes. Speaking of merch, you know what? Let's go and check it out. Just remind y'all for a quick second that if you go to shadow.boxers.com, you can go over here to the shop and you can get a bunch of goodies. We don't have anything new right now, but considering all the stuff we have phone cases, we have shirts, we got hoodies, we have socks, we have water bottles, stickers, t-shirts. I mean, there's quite a few things. So if you guys want to support Shadow Boxers, this is the best way to do so. And again, thank you, Lily Sapphire, for supporting us financially, because we are a small business just trying to grow, just trying to do our thing over here. We have dreams. Okay, so we got Jayvn's shoe over here, looking solid. Try and get rid of that tangent over there if I can. Okay, and then let's check the reference again. Okay. And just do a light little trace over it. Because hey, like why reinvent the wheel, right? It's right there, the reference. Okay. Bam. Jay's looking pretty good. His head might be a little big. I might have overdone that. And then something about his face is off. It might be his eye. Let's try this. Oh, I forgot his hood. He needs a hood. Get the lights. So you guys are probably so used to me doing those like character streams where I just do like random poses, but now we actually have a story to put to them. So that's pretty exciting, actually. That's actually really exciting for me. Ah. And I'm not going to put shadow in because actually the shadow would need to come. Let's see, the shadow would be up here actually, because the brightest light source is underneath him. So he would actually have shadow on the opposite sides of him. But I'll worry more about that later. Well, he says, thank you guys for making this amazing series and merch. Oh, that is the sweetest thing ever. Thank you. 7 watching, 3 lights. I can't think of anything else interesting to add to that. Like the stream, please. And thank you. Thank you, Megan, for saying that. Yes, please like the stream. That'll make me much, much happier. Come on, guys. Poses with context and purpose in the stream. That's right. That's right. That is what we're focusing on. All right. So we got Jayvn doing his thing here and the light. Let's do this. Let's finish. Oh, that's not the color I want. And then, yeah, there we go. And then I can even add a little. Have some bits that are kind of like dissipating towards the top, maybe, just to show that he's moving fast, but it's slowly disappearing behind him. So that'll be the light here. Let's get rid of this. Actually, it might be fun. You know what? Should I break the frame? I might want to break the frame a little bit. I'll think about it. With this light here, I could easily have it kind of come out like this. Just a wee bit. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty cool. Now, I have to design what this pillar is going to look like, but just for the sake of ease, let's have it so that we know the direction it's going in. That coil. There we go. Bam! Looking solid. All right, now we're going to move on to the third image right here, which is going to be a seam commenting saying, looking good there, son. Now, a seam, I'm going to need to see the rear view of him to get this one right. So let's pull that up. There we go. Third panel. Where did my text go? Is it all up here? Oh, how about the folder that says text? Probably that's the location for it. All right. So honestly, I could probably just plop this one right on there, but let's see. Let's get him here. All right. This seam's got nice broad shoulders. Maybe not that broad, but it's all right. This is just the loose sketch phase, so it's fine if we run into a moment where it's not quite accurate. Okay, that there. We're going to have to account for his really nice beard. You know, it's kind of funny. I I designed this character like 3 or 4 years ago, and then about 2 years ago, I started going to a new church, and he looks like one of my pastors. Like they have the same, almost the same haircut. The only difference is, I think his seams fade is a little bit more extreme. But they have the same complexion, same build, and same beard. It's kind of funny, actually. All right, let's see. Get the afro up in here. It's a little large. Jordan, do you feel like he should be smiling in the sequence or a specific panel? I feel like it could convey the adrenaline chaser part of his personality. That's a good point. Should he be smiling? He could be. Yeah, I don't see an issue with that. Breaking the frame will make it extra dynamic. Specifically, I'm thinking of Jim in Treasure Planet when he's on that wind sail thing. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that movie. But was that his name, Jim? Was that really his name? That's so like normal for a world like that. Okay, yeah, I can sketch in a smile. Let me finish up a seam right here. And this is why we have, have this phase. So that's not centered. That's closer. Right, because it'd be one thing, I could always just like start and turn this into the final inks and stuff like that. But if there's a mistake that I make or a little suggestion like the one that Megan just made, like it's small suggestion, but it could really enhance the story, then I don't want to have to worry about having all this extra time gone to waste, Okay, and then it seems head is probably too thin, so let's make it a little bit wider. There we go. And all I have to do is worry about that beard. That beard is a national treasure. Okay, and then it's going to have another guard here. So probably just kind of silhouette this over here. I also don't have a design for him yet, so there's that. All right, so while that's doing its thing, let's go back here. Let's get him to smile a little bit. Smile, Jayvn, smile. Come on, bro. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I drew those on the wrong layer, huh? Wrong layer! Okay. Here. Let me see. Since you mentioned Treasure Planet, let's see if we can get a good reference. Let's see. Like this kind of smile, I assume is what you're talking about. Okay. Or even this one. I kind of like the mouth closed one. Very, very cheeky. All right, let's see. Adrenaline chaser and general cockiness. I like that. Mark is in the house. Happy February, bro. Thank you for coming on. I mean, as a champion shadowboxer, Seam is kind of a national treasure, so this could extend to his beard. I like that. You beat me to it. Haha, wrong layer. We need to make a sticker like that. That beer is a national treasure is another quote that should go on some merch. You know what? I need to put that in a script one day. You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I will never forget. I'm just have it on the screen. Bam. I yelled it at the same time. Let's see how the cat's doing. He doesn't know how to pee or poo yet, so we have to coax it out of him. Aw. So little. I remember when I was, I think, 18, my godmother gave birth to a daughter, and we used to babysit her when she was a teeny tiny thing. Like, I'm talking 3 months old. And my mom was teaching me how to, like, gas, gas her, or not gas her, get the gas out of her and, burp her and all that stuff. And it's so bizarre to think how helpless, we are when we're so small like that. We don't know how to do anything. And it's just precious, Little babies. All right. So let's mimic this by giving him that. The eye still feels a little off. I think it's in the wrong place, maybe. Okay. And this neck right here is not doing what it needs to do. So let's redraw that. And then while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to change the song. You're going to say, I remember that was the cat. Wait, what? With the photo you posted, he looked to me like he was beyond that stage. Oh, you're talking about on the Discord. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. I do like that little smile. Little mischievous smile. I might want to change up the light, though, because I want to see a little bit more of his feet. And pose that he's doing. So let's thin that out. Something like that. There we go. I'm going to have to design what it looks like when light overlaps like this too. Just realized. All right. So with panel 3 here, we got the characters. So we're going to have to find a way to do this establishing shot here. There's not really clear sense yet of what's happening for the background just yet. So let's put that in here. I always kind of envision this as having like some sort of like garden around it or like some bushes. We'll do that. And then what we'll do is we'll get Jayvn. And I might even push a seam over a little bit. It can be kind of cut off there. Yeah, there we go. Superhero pose, because that's what all cool kids do. And then we'll get the little moments of the stream of light kind of disappearing behind him. Maybe that's too light. All right. Wait, is that the right brush? No, that's a skin brush. What am I looking for? Yeah, sick pencil brush. That's the one that I like. Okay. All right, there we go. And then what I can do, go back up to panel 1 here. And do I need to draw this background? Maybe just a little bit more detail on it. Get rid of that here. This was a challenging post. I'm not gonna lie, I redrew it at least twice, maybe even 3 times. So let's go in here. Let's get that pillar. So this is going to need to be in 3-point perspective, which actually, let's see if we can map it out. Why not? Perspective roller. Okay, so horizon line is going to be like up here. And then oh wait, the way this is drawn, this is more like a fisheye. I don't know how to do fisheye perspective. Megan, you're going to have to help me with that one. I take it back. We ain't doing this panel right now. Okay, this one, it's got plenty to work with. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this one. So we got the text. I'm just going to hang out with Z tonight. That's all. I feel like you're hanging so long. Okay, so this one. Let's see. I think I labeled them all correctly. Let's lower that. And then let's get this text here in a folder so it doesn't disturb me. All right, so I think they're going to be side by side, right? Is that what we... When we were doing this, it was profile views for these, right? I think that's accurate. And then I also, I need to see the height difference between the characters because I don't remember off the top of my head. Presets and characters seam. I think it's in progress images. Here we go. So Jayvn's top of Jayvn's hair goes to the eyebrow. So his hairline is about the chin. Let's see. Brow line to chin. Okay. So that would make him like this. There we go. I can do fisheye, but I guess it's not worth it. Well, it would make a cool shot. It really would. I just don't know how to do it off the top of my head. I've never tried it before. So yeah. So top of the head to the brow. So that would make him just a little taller. So the acting. Wait. Okay, I don't want to have him doing the same thing as in that previous panel, so let's just have this. Kind of leaning a bit, maybe folding his arms. That nice national treasure of a beard. See, I brought that back. So in this one, I think he would still have his phone kind of in his hand. Let's bring it closer to his chest. Like he's kind of like doesn't want to show it to his dad. Let's shrink this chin because that's too big. I don't even know if the size of the type is final or correct. We're gonna have to see. I think I'm gonna switch the song again. Let's try this one. I heard this. I kind of like this. Turn it down just a little low. Let's see. Kids are so attached to their phones. Kids and adults. I'm a grown man and I can be attached to my phone. I'm rather ashamed at my screen times, hours sometimes. Let's make this a little bit more broad. So we can come in, make this a little softer. Turn that opacity. Then, one thing I need to do is an expression sheet for him. I haven't done that for a scene, but we'll do this anyway. Nice beard. Get his nose. He has the same nose as Jayvn. like father, like son, or I guess like son, like father. Anyway, whatever. He's got the same nose. Just so you guys know, I've said it before, but Jayvn and his dad literally have the same face. It's just that one of them is a little bit more square and it's got a beard. That's the only real difference between their faces. I want to make it nice and simple. I'm curious, who do you think you look more like, your mom or your dad? For me, it depends who I stand next to. Like whenever people see pictures of my mom, they're like, "Oh, you look just like her. You look just like her." And I see, and I go like, "Well, here's my dad," and they're like, "Oh, shoot." So I think my dad might win simply because we're the same gender. But yeah, that's one panel we absolutely need a 3D model for. I can see how it looks from a fisheye lens versus a lens that gives 3-point perspective. Yeah, I agree. We can do that in Blender or something. Asim's first merch should be of his national treasure beard. Oh my gosh. Give him some Asim beard oil or beard butter or something. Just finished feeding the kitten. Now I make him walk a bit before he goes back in sleeping area. I'm doing that Dexter drawing today. Oh, Dexter drawing. Dope. As for the text size, it's too small. Is it? How can... I mean, okay. Hello, peeps who didn't like the stream yet. Like the stream or dislike it if you want. That's fine, too. Some people say I look like my mom, but I have my dad's nose. Ah, okay. But Megan, how can you tell it's too small? We didn't even look at the font type yet, or the size. For all you know, it's like size 20. Well, actually, since we're on the subject, though, how what is the font size usually for comic? Because we're gonna need to know that. Willie says, I'm a clone of my mom. I just have my father's hair. So is my brother. We've been told we look like gender swaps of the same individual. Well, that's pretty cool. My dad's genes are strong in me and my siblings. Nice. Genetics are so fascinating. I don't fully understand them. I did not do well in biology class, but it is incredibly fascinating. Ordinarily, I would just draw the beard lines outright, but right now, I'm being lazy. I'm just gonna have it be nice and like this. I might be able to get away with. Oh, I think I know how I can draw his beard in a way that makes it easier for me. I'll think of it. I have to think about it. So that in. Actually, don't even need to do this. It's probably a bit overkill. I don't know what the font size is. I just know what the printed dimensions are. My gut says it's proportionally too small. Gotcha. Okay. Well, we will work that out as we continue going on. Okay, so that design here. crossing his arms. See those wrinkles. So again, head size, not perfect. There's quite a few things that are probably incorrect with this if I really were to measure it up. But that's okay. Our goal is to just get the story told. I'm really working on trying not to be a perfectionist with this. That's probably going to be one of the biggest challenges for me personally as an artist, because I tend to have a bit of an obsession with making things exactly how I want them to be. And yeah, gotta be careful with it here. Let's get Jayvn's nose in. Let's see. And I'm a blend of both. My T-zone is my dad and my jaw, and janky is my mother. Luckily, I got braces. What is a janky? What is that? All the women in my mom's family have a distinct nose, narrow, long, flared nostrils. As kids, my sister and I were very grateful we got our dad's nose. Oh my goodness. I wanted to stay for a bit. Have to go now. I hope Jayvn doesn't get grounded. Oh, well, thanks, Neftali. Appreciate you for coming on. Well, you can always watch the replay later, or just keep coming on. I know you'll be on next week, most likely. But we will see what happens with Jayvn and the crew. It's definitely too pointy of a chin for him, but whatever. Let's round that out just a little bit, make it a little softer. Actually, should probably put his headphones around his neck like this. At least for this scene. In the next scene, I can remove him entirely, because he'll be in a whole different location. We could just say he dropped him off somewhere. So I don't know exactly what the phones are going to look like in this world. Got ideas, but not 100% sure just yet. So keep it simple. There we go. Janky teeth. I'm terrible at texting. Oh, got it. I'll forget whole words that are critical for successful communication. I feel you. To be fair, texting is hard. Janet, what's up, Janet? Thank you for coming on the stream. New Taylor Swift album out April 19th. We see you, Ginger Cell, even if you disguise yourself as Janet. Where is Ginger Cell? We got to get her back on here. Deciding what common technology looks like in the setting can make an entire stream. I feel like that's a good idea. I hadn't even thought about that. We could make that a whole stream. There's so much. Like there's just in this episode alone, or this comic alone, we have a vehicle. We have I don't know if I should say this one because it might be a bit of a spoiler. We have some props. We have some props that are related to the world, and then we have what else do we have? We have the phones. Yeah, that might have to be a stream. That's not a bad idea, actually. All right, so I got the characters here. I probably add. I think I need to add another one of the guards right here. Maybe not that close together, but we shall see. I think that's a little bit crooked, but whatever. And we got buildings all around here. The distance. Okay, little water tower. This is actually important for the story, so maybe I should have it off in the distance in between them. Nice grass over here. Maybe a couple vehicles or something, some trees. It's pretty little trees. There you go. So we'll just leave it there for now. Gonna make Jayvn's body a little bit wider. Or says, question, if you have a story that needs to be illustrated, how do you pick the scene to draw or paint? Well, I want you guys to chime in as well, but what I would do is I would pick the element that has the most importance and significance in your scene and see if there's not a way to combine multiple portions of it. So you might be able to communicate 2 or 3 things with a single image by itself. So that's where I think all the planning comes in. Like if you have someone in a barbershop and, you know, a truck is crashing through it, what do you show to indicate that, right? You might have some barber chairs, you might have the glass like just breaking, you might have the, you know, some people going like, ah, right? So I would figure out the most essential moment that you had to put in and figure out how to make that tell more than one specific story. So yeah. My internet is not cooperating today, but I'm glad it's today and not while I'm on stream. Oh man, I understand. It's that happens to me all the time. You guys remember. There's also other things like how do their street lights look like? Do roofs have antennas for television and small things on the scenario that is day to day for them? Yeah, that is something that I'm going to have to like figure out like on the fly. Hopefully I don't run into any major inconsistencies. I will say this, the powers that they have are important to the tech, and that was one of the reasons that we had to have a story meeting and why I got to rework Atana's story a little bit, because that was one of the major, like, I guess, plot holes you could say in her story. And I was like, man, this is going to be a little weird, so I have to rework that. And it is challenging. You know, that's one thing that people who don't write fantasy stories don't have to worry about, right? If it takes place in the real world, you just obey the laws and rules that we already know. So yeah. By the way, guys, it has been an hour and change, and we have not taken a hydration check, and we have not mentioned any of the above: Spider-Man, Avatar, Legend of Korra, Phil Barassa, any of that. So we're gonna do that now. I just took one big gulp, so that'll count for all the stuff I just said. Can't have y'all dehydrated up in here, even if we don't say the buzzwords. Let's see. Actually, I think we might need to move this up a little. There we go. That feels a little bit better. All right, so this one is Jayvn. He's going, but I've been here since dawn. I've done everything he asked me to do. Okay, so he's kind of like, but come on, man. Like, come on. I've been here. Let's see. Let me just double check the script because I think he's holding up a note as well. So let me just double check. Yep. Okay. He is carrying out. So with that, let's say he's passing it to him. I always kind of envisioned it actually. Let me see if I can pull this off. I wrote very specific things in the script of like the things that he already did. It's not really essential, but let's see. This is also my attempt on breaking up some of the angles in the comic. Get a slight three-point perspective. Although I can make him a little taller, I think. I picked the scenes by following my gut. I think that's a record for how long we've gone without a hydration check. I know, right? It's kind of scary. We probably all need a little hydration in there. Yeah, I think the scene would have the most environment storytelling around the central characters or subjects of the main scene. Yeah, definitely. It has to be all the main stuff. I feel like in part of picking scenes is also dependent on panel layout. Like Jordan's example, the car crashing into a barbershop might be a half page or even full page panel than smaller panels showing similar but significant details, horrified expressions, broken glass, etc. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, is it one image or is it multiple images that you have access to? So depending on how that goes, you can change that up at your will. So we can have a seam actually coming out to grab it. Often when I read comics, I find myself thinking about how I might have depicted a scene or panel or shown something different than what the artist chose. Yeah, actually, I remember a project in RISD. Megan might remember this actually. When we were taking cinematic storytelling, we were supposed to read the script to what's that movie? Fruitvale Station with Michael B. Jordan. I had never actually seen the movie, but we were supposed to read the script and depict scenes from it and how they were depicted. And then when we got to class the next day, we saw the actual shots, and it's actually very cool being able to do that without seeing the movie first, to see like what the director, who was I believe Ryan Coogler, decided to do. So yeah, it's a fun exercise. That took me back. That was like 7 years ago when I did that. I add a little grid right here later on. So I might be able to get away with writing some stuff there. All right, so yeah. All right. Let's see. Do I want to have him? Kind of hunching his shoulders. All right. Frame 3. So this one is, sir, if I may, I've seen him working all day. I think he deserves a break. Oh, so you're the champion Shadowbox now. Okay, so now we have Jayvn down here. Opposite angle. Actually, guess it depends how much you want to break the 180-degree rule. I know Megan's mentioned, she's like, I don't really care right now about the 180 rule. I'm still debating how much I care for this. We shall see. But that's why we do these. That's why we do these little sketches. So this is actually going to be Kevin. This is going to be a seam right here. So I kind of picture him leaning back a little bit. He's holding the note that Jayvn gave him. It's probably, he says as a joke, so he's probably kind of smiling. What a terrible prompt that was, not because of the quality of the script, but so much of the major story beats are people driving and talking on the phone, not great portfolio material. That is true. He probably could have chosen a better script for that. You guys didn't hydrate before I came on. Tisk tisk. I know, man. We were waiting on you. We didn't want to say anything before you got on, so we basically just deprived ourselves of any sort of hydration. That's a cool exercise. I think I've seen similar advice to people who want to start on comics. Want to start on comics as to use to look up script or just use comic itself and redraw a page or panel with their own interpretation. That's what a spec script is, basically. It's the same. Like if let's say you're a TV writer and you're trying to get on a show like that's in syndication that's really popular. I don't know, what are the current shows like? What's a really popular current show? I was gonna name like something like Friends or Seinfeld, but I know those are old. But anyway, what you would do is you would write an episode as if you were on staff, and you would take the world that they built and designed, and you work within the rules and confines of the things that they had set up. So it actually, I don't know how common practice that is now, but because writers' rooms look a little bit different, but that is something that is standard practice. Megan said my first thought was The Office. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that's a good one. That's how Vince Gilligan got into X-Files, which in turn got him credit for Breaking Bad. Yes, that is true. That is true. Let me see. I know a really popular current shows. So current, it's not even on yet. It starts with A, ends with Vatar. What show is that? I guess that counts. Man, it says The Office is based. Oh man, I haven't heard that word since like the 12th grade. 12th grade was a while ago. Okay, so wait, we gotta have Kevin in here, or Kevin. That's just his name for now. It's always good. Maybe I should just keep it that way because at this point, it's kind of You guys are the ones following the project mostly. All right, let's see. I had this design that I sketched out for him. This is what Kevin looked like. So let's try it out. I almost wish I could copy and paste that exact drawing, but it's okay. Okay, so I was taking some inspiration from Family Matters, Reginald Val Johnson or whatever, the guy who played Carl Winslow. Taking a little inspiration from him. His hairline is kind of got this receding look. Maybe I shouldn't do this too much because I don't want it to look like the same hairline as Jayvn in a seam. He's got this here. Mustache. So I don't want to give him a sharp jawline. I want to kind of give him a little bit of fat there in the neck area. Slide him over just a little bit. Let's actually tilt him just a little bit. Have to design the uniforms too, or the officer uniforms too. I have to figure that out. Screenshot. I don't feel like screenshotting. What if we change it but barely so it's close to Kevin and the real fans know what's up? Oh, okay. Give me ideas. Give me ideas for a name that's sort of like Kevin but also not. Kevin should be the name of a character who will be around a lot, or the name of a pet Kayla has and everyone reacts to the name like, what kind of name is Kevin? Or you pick the strangest names for your pets. You know what's funny? That actually was the name of a pet that Kayla had like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. That's hilarious that you said it. His name was actually Kevin. But then we I don't know if I'm gonna keep that specific element. We do have Ishnu's pet, which is a rabbit named Zap. But yeah, I gotta figure out if Kayla's gonna have a pet or not. Just mostly because I gotta figure out what to do with it. I gotta figure out what to do with that creature every single episode, you know? And I don't want to give them in like an Appa creature necessarily. So Manette says, isn't Kevin the name of the bird in Up? Yes, it is his name, given to him by Russell. Wait, I think Kevin was a girl, actually. Now I think about it, because I think Kevin was pregnant or was like looking for offspring. Am I right about that? Correct. Can you guys fact check me? I'm pretty sure Kevin was a girl in that movie. A girl bird. I saw this video the other day. It was absolutely hilarious. It was this woman who had a parrot as a pet, and she just kept going like, "It's Ingus, it's Ingus, it's Ingus," and the bird was just kind of like dancing like, It was great. It was fantastic. Kelvin, isn't that like a like some sort of measurement? Yeah, it's a unit of measurement for temperature. Never watched Up. Oh my gosh, that movie is so great. It's hilarious and very sad. Yeah, I think she was trying to find her egg. Yes, he named the bird Kevin before figured out it was a she. Okay, yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. That movie's absolutely incredible. I actually use that movie often in my character design classes because it has some really great lessons about storytelling and design. So I want to give Asim a smile here. I don't want him to be like so serious that he just becomes unlikable, you know. But he is the dad, right? He's got to do his job. He's got to make sure his son's staying out of trouble and doing the chores and all that stuff, right? You know what I might do? I think I'm gonna see if I can get him to point to him while also having the paper in his hands. Kelvin's unit temperature and also a name around here. Is it really? Huh, okay. Like how I named my cat Chris Brown before figuring out she's a female. Christina Brown. There you go. Okay, but you named her after figuring out that she is not brown. I love the conversations we have here. It's great. All right, then we just, you know, okay, I gotta be honest. So in the script, there's 2 guards with Asim, but I'm debating just making it this 1 guard here because the other one literally has nothing to do or add to the story other than just being a presence. What do you guys think? Because the number 3 is cool, but he's gonna be kind of standing here. It's like, I don't know what he's doing. Let's make Jayvn a little bit more separate. This hand is way too big. It's all good. Let's get the transform tool. Using Control T, unlike Magma Studio, which is driving me crazy with that thing. Should really like this beat. All right, and then he says the festival lights after I'll let him go enjoy himself. Awesome, Sam. Let's get a close-up shot in here. Makes life a little bit easier. We actually don't have a whole lot of close-up shots in this script. This might be our first one. Yeah, this is fun. Let's do it. Nigella, a name which means oops, we wanted a boy. Soul Music by Terry Pratchett. Oh my goodness. I think it would make the scene clearer. Shoot, which will make the scene clear? Oh, getting rid of the extra guard. Okay. I maintain that brown is just a shade of orange. We are all different shades of orange, in my opinion. That's the first time I've heard that. I've heard we're all different shades of brown, but orange, I guess, works. Sure. Mark, I'm gonna draw your cat falling from the sky, L, because they always land on their feet. She'll be fine. Maybe just make someone with their back turned for population, but it's okay to just have who will matter in the chapter. I think it could go either way. What the second guard contributes is that it makes the scene look more important. In fact, you could have more people around him. I think it's also good to throw the audience off a bit because they don't know that not Kevin is going to be important later. That's a good point. I guess it'll depend on how well the backgrounds are showing all that. But yeah, because the important, like making him seem important is a really big deal because the first time we're seeing him, he's basically like the president. And I imagine like not Kevin is like Secret Service, you know? Or maybe not Secret Service, but just like at least it's his shift to take care of this, you know. Kevin doesn't have a full design yet, so we're just gonna do this. He's got a mustache. Let's give him this here. Just a little bit here. Let's give him some those sideburns again. I hope when you get this animated, that guard is credited as not Kevin. Then would it make sense to have a sim accompanied by many not Kevins? It's y'all are cracking me up. Yeah, that's another possibility too. It just not sure what can fit, because that would also mean we'd have to like redo some of these shots, which is not necessarily a bad thing because that's kind of the point of even doing all this. But that is something I have to be aware of and prepare for. Alright, probably got some wrinkles under his eyes. Definitely needs a bigger eyebrow. I think I want to add a shot, actually. I'll have to see how it works, but well, let me think. I just want to add like a scene like contemplating for just a second. Just like, looking at the list. Will it work officially? No idea. It might not. It's whatever. Actually, it might not, because we do have a lot of frames in here already. Actually, I was wondering if I should condense. I might be able to condense this last panel into two, or into one. Maybe name the Secret Service Kevin. Look, the Kevins are coming. Oh my gosh. Well, I meant the guy whose name definitely isn't Kevin, not the guy who actually not Kevin, who we might call not Kevin. I'm so confused now. Why are we sneaking around? Because there may be Kevins in the area. That sounds like agents like Mr. Smith and stuff in the Matrix. Let me save this page. I'll take this out for now in case I'll just change my mind. If I change my mind later, at least I'll have it. It's a reference. Okay, so here, you know what? I actually want to start with this one over here. A big old grin from Jayvn. Not Kevin. Definitely looks like the chill uncle who lets you play with fireworks when your parents are distracted. He does actually. He does kind of look like that. Definitely need to work on this anatomy right here. Hold up. Let's get Jayvn right before I screw him up. He still has to be a handsome lad. Needs a proportionate body. Oh, Jesus. Only 20 minutes left of the stream. Time went by fast tonight. Feels like I just got started. I guess it's not a bad thing because it just means that time moves fast with y'all, which means I'm having fun. Made his shoulder way too thin over here. And his headphones, can't forget those. A nickname for Kevin here is Kevo. Maybe you can use that if you need as a name. Kevo. Kevo. Daddy-o, Kevo. I'll think about it. Thank you for the suggestion. Look at the grin of a boy that will certainly not get in himself trouble later. Yeah, that's exactly how he is. He's certainly not going to get himself in trouble on this page. Ah. There we go. It's not looking too bad. Probably move him over though. Can finish out the body here. His clothes are still not quite right, but for our purposes right now, it's fine. Not Kevin could be Nakevo? Nakevo? I think that's how you're saying it. All right, that's not a bad frame right there. Okay, so not certain what I want to do with these last 3 frames on here. So, and because the time's run out, I'm gonna move on to the next page here. So, oh, one thing I did want to do actually. This panel right here is going to be Jayvn and Zalam. So what I'm going to cheat a little bit or kit bash. I'm going to just take this drawing right here and I'm just going to plop it in. There we go. And I'll probably have it so that Zalam overlaps a bit. But yeah, simple. Easy peasy. Cat says, nah, Kevo. Nah, Kevo. Nah, bruh. All right. So let's see. Let's try, what is this? 3. So this is gonna be a fun one. This is where Jayvn comes in with his powers and just like blasts on fools. So I think do I want to do it? I think I want to do a front view of Jayvn. It's gonna be very similar to that first one, but oh, I know a pose that I can get reference from. I can actually steal from myself again. If I can think of, where's the posters? There's a drawing of Kayla that I did. I don't know where it is though. But she's like jumping down from a height. No. Maybe action. No? Okay. Well, it's fine. I will just make it up then. Maybe not like this. Kathy got it. To be fair, I'm drawing and streaming and all this stuff. Don't have the same energy to analyze every little thing, but I'm glad Kathy got it. Let's go. Working smarter, not harder. Does everyone have powers in this universe, or are there special families, or this? Well, how do I put this? Not everyone has powers. Not everyone. There's a certain class of people that do. And that class of people is called light bearers. This is why in the thumbs you see me doing more detailed drawings next to the blob people. I often copy paste those poses, expressions, and over the rough layout. On Magma Studio, more detailed is relative. Yeah, that is true. That's true. Everything is a little bit more relative over there. Where is that Kayla pose? I'm really kind of... I know I just saw it the other day. Maybe I'll go in here. Maybe I can find it. So many drawings in here. It's a drawing of Kayla, though. Is this it? No. Is this it? There it is. There it is. So we're just going to flatten Kayla right here. And we're going to lower the opacity. And we're just going to give Jayvn that same kind of energy. Except not a small girl. Yeah. Smarter, not harder. This is called kit bashing. So one thing I will have to adjust and account for, Kayla is a lot smaller than Jayvn is, so her proportions are slightly off. So I'm gonna have to make the torso just a bit longer, and also a bit wider too, because Jayvn's a 15-year-old boy, so probably got a little bit of width on him in the shoulders. Okay, I was just thinking about what not Kevo's powers would be, or Fufu's. There's specific powers. Is like an avatar that can just happen in some people, but it's more common if it runs in the family. Sort of like that, or you can think of it like in like Harry Potter, or where that runs in the family too. Yeah, it's not a it's not a random happenstance things, and it's explained in the lore how it works. It's not going to be in this Cypher, but yeah, good questions. Fufu's power is making delicious food, or even if Zalam, wonder if he has powers. I don't know. Let's see. Fufu's scene should be accompanied by audio Ghibli level food shots. That's actually a good idea. I should study Ghibli shots of that. I mean, Zalam is associated with green, but doesn't seem he is a healer like Green Light does. We come in thinking we're here to make an action adventure series, but then it becomes a cooking comic. The ultimate bait and switch. Yep, that's what it is, guys. You solved it. Shadow.boxers is a cooking show. That's all I want. I want the first animated cooking show. But you guys are asking some fun questions that will be answered at some point. I don't know exactly when. I don't know if it's going to be in the Cypher series, but all your questions do have answers. Megan and Kathy do know those answers, and we'll just have to wait and see. Can't reveal everything. Okay. I'll try something with Jayvn's hair, actually. Try and give it like a little bit of a swivel. show that he's like in the air. Because usually it's very stiff, but I just realized like we could always play around with it. You know, why not? Realistically, this will probably be the last drawing I do for the stream. Let's see if I can get some foreshortening. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah. So Jayvn comes like bursting in. Ooh, the suspense. I'm looking forward to it. Excellent. That's exactly what I want to hear. Just by the way, I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but I imagine the shot has him from behind, seeing their faces. I think both work just fine, though. Well. I guess I could do it from behind. Oh, wait, my sketch does have him from behind. I just realized that. Yeah, that is from behind. Whoops. That's an easy fix, though. All I have to do is erase the internal lines. Fighting Foodons. That's the first anime food relating show I watched. Japan has some weird animes. Well, it'll be the first American, not anime show then. When you publish your art book, you also have to do a fufu recipe book, and they're all autographed by Fufu and Pork Chop. That's a great idea. Can Megan and Kathy, can one of you put that in the Discord in the private section where it's just us three? So that's a really fun idea. Let's see. So I guess I gotta erase the internal lines. And then there we go. Let's move that over. On it, boss. Thank you, Megan. Appreciate you. OMG, you created Fufu on the 8th stream. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while, guys. It's been a while. The 8th stream. Wow. We're at 60. Jeez. Art takes a long time. Art takes a long time. That's all I can say. But it also doesn't feel like that much time has passed either, which is what's really bizarre. Like, do either of you guys feel like it's been a year and a half since I created some of those characters? All right, so that's Jayvn. Then we have the other two kind of freaking out. Probably be some foreshortening here. But like, ah! Ah, yes, the famous Toy Story 2 quote, "You can't rush art." Yes, I'm an old lady now. It's been 84 years. Hush. I wish I could rush art. So many ideas, so many things to learn, so little time. That's probably how a lot of mangaka feel. I think it's going by faster, but maybe that's just me getting older. Haha. A man's about to drop a gem in the ocean. Please don't. Might need it. especially for shadow boxers. You might need that. Okay. Oh wow, it's 7:57. Actually, no. They would have to be like covering their faces. I have to think about this panel some more. Not 100% sure if this is what I want to do yet. But we have done quite a bit of work, guys. We basically but we sketched out several pages of this. Yeah, we got about half of this page, a little more than half of this page done. Page, I guess, 6 of 24. We didn't touch this page at all, so never mind that one. Got these two, and we did touch that one. So we basically worked on this page and this page and this page a little bit. Not too bad for 2 hours and talking and joking and hardly hydrating. Let's get one last hydration check. Spider-Man. Let's see. I'm gonna check the rest of these comments. Go on and be the first American food action show. Did you know Naruto was supposed to be an anime about types of ramen but got denied? That's how it turned to ninjas. Really? That's fast. That's actually really fascinating. I never would have guessed that. I'm finally trying to sit down and make a short, less than 10 pages comic, and the thought of doing script, thumbnails, characters is intimidating, even for a small project, but I want to do it well. I totally understand that. The biggest thing I can say, and this is tough for me, is just trust yourself. Trust yourself, and then look at other projects you like and see if you can glean something from those. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of self-doubt that I experienced while working on this project, even now, despite all the streams that I've done and, you know, the things I want to do with it. So just take it one day at a time. But good luck to you on that one, Manette. Let's see. Amanda says, you're the avatar. Shyamalan, do you drink to that? Oh my gosh. We always mention Spider-Man, but never mention Green Goblin and the like. That's true. Green Goblin and Avatar Megan says, go for 3 to 5 pages if you can. 10 pages is a lot of work. No wonder they're villains. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, I want to thank you all for popping onto the stream as per usual. If you haven't already, please like the stream. I will be back next week to continue on. I don't know if we're going to continue these specific, these specific pages. Maybe we'll have advanced a little bit further, or maybe it'll be time for inking or something. I'm not really sure yet, but we will be back with another episode very soon, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.